So picture this. You're finally sitting in a quiet room just trying to enjoy a moment of peace. And there it is, that constant, high-pitched ringing, or maybe it's a buzzing or clicking right in your ears. Total silence all around you, but a literal noise concert happening inside your head. If you're nodding along right now, I promise you're definitely not alone. It's incredibly frustrating, and a lot of adults, especially those over 50, just kind of try to ignore it for years. Well, welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to investigate exactly why your ears might be ringing, and even better, we'll explore how your nutrition and daily habits actually play a huge role in managing it.
Okay, let's dive into this. What if that constant ringing isn't just some random annoyance you're stuck suffering through? What if it's actually your body's way of sending you a pretty critical message about your overall wellness? Today, we're basically going on a medical detective journey. Instead of just looking at the ear totally in isolation, we're going to hunt down clues throughout your daily life to figure out what your body might actually be asking for.
Now, to kick off our investigation, we need a baseline. What are we actually dealing with here? Well, this condition is called tinnitus. Officially, it's defined as the feeling of hearing sounds, ringing, humming, clicking, or buzzing, that absolutely are not coming from the outside world. The sound is 100% internal. And this is crucial. Our ears aren't just passive sound collectors, right? They're not just simple microphones. They're these incredibly delicate instruments, relying on a super-sensitive, complex network of tiny structures and nerves. And as we get older, those parts naturally get more sensitive. So even subtle little changes in our body's chemistry can dramatically change how we process sound.
Section 1. The nutrient connection. It's time to investigate the usual suspects.
All right, our very first suspect is vitamin B12. This one is an absolute heavyweight when it comes to nerve health. Vitamin B12 is totally essential for supporting normal nerve function and cranking out healthy red blood cells. So when your body is running low on B12, things start to misfire. You might feel this profound tiredness, maybe some general weakness, or even notice weird changes in nerve sensations all over. And since our hearing relies so heavily on those delicate nerve pathways we just talked about, well, it completely makes sense that studies have found a strong link between low B12 levels and these really annoying ear problems. Moving right along to suspect number 2, magnesium. Your body uses magnesium for a massive, and I mean massive variety of things, but it's especially vital for muscle activity and healthy nerve communication. Researchers have really zeroed in on this one because efficient, healthy communication between nerves is literally the foundation of a properly working hearing system. If those signals are getting all scrambled or stressed out because they don't have enough support, it can absolutely contribute to that internal noise of tinnitus.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how totally accessible the solution can be. Take a look at these everyday sources of magnesium. We're talking nuts, seeds, leafy green veggies, and whole grains. Just by tweaking your grocery list a little bit, you're literally handing your body the exact building blocks it needs to naturally support those healthy nerves. It's a real game changer.
Which brings us to Section 2, the holistic health twist, moving beyond the single cure.
Okay, let's be honest for a second. It is a deeply human thing to want a quick fix. We all kind of fall for the magic pill myth, right? That hope that just popping one missing vitamin or eating one magical superfood is going to act like a mute button and completely stop the ringing. But the holistic reality is a bit different. Here's the plot twist. Ear ringing is almost never solved by one single nutrient. Our bodies are wonderfully, incredibly complex. What works for one person might do absolutely nothing for the next. The truth is, caring for your ears actually means caring for the whole shebang, your entire body. Those healthy habits that keep your heart and your brain happy, those are the exact same habits that support your nerves and your hearing.
In fact, there's usually a bunch of overlapping factors contributing to tinnitus. We're looking at things like age-related hearing changes, past exposure to really loud sounds, certain medications, stress, even other underlying health conditions. They all play a massive role. So why does this matter for you? Well, things like a crummy diet, terrible sleep, constantly being stressed out, or just being dehydrated, they might not directly cause tinnitus, but they act like a giant magnifying glass. When your body is stressed or depleted, you are going to feel those ringing symptoms way more intensely.
Section 3. Managing your triggers. This is where you get to become your own health detective.
One super important area you've got to investigate in your own life is your medicine cabinet. Some medications can actually affect your hearing or even create ringing sensations purely as a side effect. It's this hidden clue that so many people completely miss. But, and I want to be incredibly crystal clear here, you should never, ever stop taking a prescribed medication on your own. No way.
If you notice a new ringing, or if it gets worse after starting a new medicine, that's a trigger you need to discuss immediately with your healthcare provider so you can find a safe alternative.
So, the crucial point is how you actually manage these triggers day to day. Here is a very actionable 3-step plan for you. Step 1. Track your patterns. Does the ringing spike after a terrible night of sleep? What about after your 3rd cup of coffee, or during a really stressful week at work? Keep a log. Step 2. Eat balanced meals. Focus on giving your body the good stuff it needs. Protein, veggies, fruit, nuts, and those whole grains we talked about. Make sure you're getting your nutritional bases covered. And step 3, protect those delicate ear instruments. Keep your headphone volumes at a safe, moderate level, and please avoid standing right next to the giant speakers at an event. These small, protective choices, when you repeat them every single day, will absolutely safeguard your hearing for years to come.
Section 4. When to seek medical advice. Establishing the boundaries. Now, while a lot of older adults just kind of accept a gradual ringing as a normal part of getting older, there are some very specific medical red flags that you must never ignore. If the ringing comes on super suddenly, or if it's only happening in one single ear, or if it brings along dizziness, sudden hearing loss, or severe headaches, your DIY detective work stops right there. These are highly unusual symptoms, and they require immediate medical advice to rule out anything more serious going on under the hood.
Which brings us to a really essential reminder. The information in this explainer is strictly for educational purposes. It's definitely not a substitute for professional medical advice. Look, everyone's complex biology is totally different, so you should always consult your healthcare provider before making any major changes to your diet, your workouts, or your medications. Plus, they can help figure out if specific vitamin testing is actually something you need for your own unique situation.
Because at the end of the day, your body is constantly communicating with you every single day. Sometimes a small, annoying little symptom, like a persistent ringing in your ears, is really just a request from your body asking you to pay a little more attention to your overall holistic health. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. What is your body trying to tell you today? Are you listening closely enough to actually hear the message behind all that noise? Take charge of your health journey, protect that hearing, and never ignore the changes that concern you.